Why, hello there, fellow Masons. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Sapiens. Episode 4, Road to the Mines. Can I do a quick skim of the research tree? Sure, you don't actually get to see beyond one more step. So there's mining, mulching, pottery, flint, knapping, stone carving, woodworking, and music. And then everything else is obscured because I haven't progressed far enough to know. Good. A pack of meat, chicken meat. I'm not sure where our pumpkins went. I think we're doing the investigation, but I don't know where they hold them off to. Oh, they're cooking it. They're roasting it now. Good. Branch looks pretty good. 11 logs, not bad. And then these elderberry trees are yielding branches like crazy, which is awesome. Ooh, the raspberries are coming in. I'm going to collect those as well. Replant a few of them, eat the rest. Same with the flax. Oh, and they're over here getting the wild pumpkins. Awesome. So, someone's heading over here to dig up the clay. Once we dig up the clay, we'll do an investigation into the clay and figure out how to do pottery. It's also, you can see above my head how it's warm. So all of these wool skins my people took off. It's now warm enough to not require wearing them. But I would say, yeah, we're a bustling little village. Looks pretty cool, right? With all the trees. And we've got raspberries and flax. And, I guess I can start planting more pumpkins. So let's put a pumpkin patch in as well. Am I still in the Stone Age? Yes. And now that food scarcity is not so scarce, let's get a fruit tree grove going. Because I love fruit tree groves because you can just leave the fruit on the tree, and then if you ever have food shortages, you just pick it. So get a big old grove of that going. Is there a better storage method? No spoilers. Alright, new breakthrough. Woodworking. Your tribe has discovered that by scraping layers away from branches and logs, they can make balafons and split logs. Where are you hauling the balafons? Does this... We have a bit of a storage problem. Alright, and the new guy's name is Guero. Time to make the hut longer? Maybe. Or progressing away from thatch. Which might be just as reasonable. Ooh, wow. They worked on that quickly. Oh my god. We're up to almost 100 branches. And we did get clay. Oh, here it is. So let's do an investigation of clay now. And while we investigate that, given the interest of pottery, let's dig up some more clay ahead of time. We've got 4 spare axe heads, so I'm going to make a few extra axe heads. You use axe heads more than anything else because you use axe heads to cut down trees and also to plant because it's a digging tool. So anytime you're planting things, that's 1 axe head per concurrent planting task. I'm going to switch from alpaca meat to chicken meat. Although I don't see any chicken meat out here either. I think we may have cooked everything that we had to cook. But with all the raspberries in bloom, not so much of an issue having to hunt. Growing our food in our own backyard is a lot more convenient. Another tribesman spotted? Alright. Let's add her. I think she came alone. So I'll do another giveaway timer for the new girl. And she joined. Let's see. You are initially going to be... Ooh, you are strong and focused. Those are some really good qualities. Spear hunting and butchery for now. No investigations. No diplomacy. Tree felling and basic hunting. So you have basic and advanced hunting. Alright, the breakthrough into pottery is complete. Your tribe has discovered that some types of earth can be pressed into forms when soft and wet, and then they will keep their shape when they dry out and harden. This will be useful for storing certain resources. So you had asked about better storages, and we now have unfired urns, crucibles, unfired bowls, unfired tiles, cornstones, mud bricks, and stone hammer heads. So I hope that answers your question. So let's go ahead and make a hammerhead. I need to collect a lot of small rocks. Is there any small rocks around? These plain rocks are too big for individual tools. Sometimes you can find mounds of small rocks to collect for tool making, but usually you have to process small rocks into, or large rocks into smaller ones. I'll just keep doing that. It's fine. Make small rock, let's say 16 times, so I don't have to keep queuing it up. So I have one hatchet. I had a pick. I'm not sure where the pick went. And then this unfired urn. Let's put a stockpile for it. It's gonna go over here. All urns. So another thing is I would very much like to make a kiln That's going to be part of it as well. So these clay, I'm going to form them into mud bricks when I get them, so that we can potentially build something out of the bricks, so that we can make more than just a few unfired urns. There we go. Now we have lots of small stones for tools, which is much, much more useful. Did we make the hammerhead? Yes. So let's put hammerheads in a stockpile. Oops. And mud bricks in a stockpile. For some reason or other. Oh, we haven't made a mud brick yet. I was in the process of crafting a mud brick, but then it got too dark, because this section of the base is not illuminated. What if I said make mud bricks there continuously? The other thing that I could do up here, if I want to continue working throughout the night, is setting up a torch here so that we illuminate the clay hill, and that way we can dig clay throughout the night. And Rembrandt, congratulations. It's named after you now. Hey, Rogie, you're an adult. I thought I did the investigation into pumpkins. Oh yes, 109 branches. I love seeing that. That way I can afford to illuminate things a little bit further from the base and not fret the fuel costs. Alright, I do need to assign Sapiens to pottery roll, because no one's going to be able to make these things without that. So Rogie, you're one of our better potters. So I'm going to take you off of rock napping, put you on pottery. Guero, I'm going to assign it to you as well. So we'll have 2 potters. Hey Kilgore, it's going pretty well. How about for yourself? So we're digging up a whole lot of clay, and I'll be turning that into bricks and urns and everything else. So once we have our first clay brick, I'll analyze it in order to try to figure out what I can do with it. I love seeing a spear stockpile. And look at this clothing stockpile. We have 36 wool skins. At some point, I wasn't planning on replacing the hay beds in the starter home with woolskin beds, but woolskin beds do keep you warmer in the winter. Just worth noting. We'll just keep digging up the clay. The hammerhead, where'd it go? Let's investigate. And I think I have enough flax planted... Ooh, we just discovered how to make music. So that was the balafon over here. This is a musical instrument. Made of twine and pumpkins. Don't ask. Alright, I'm going to cancel out the alpaca meat crafting so that we can investigate the pumpkins. So, possibly roasted pumpkin? If you're wondering, yeah, hypothetically I could have a second campfire. I just don't think it's all that necessary. We're not hungry, so I'd rather play it safe. Alright, so now we now have all these mud bricks. Let's put a storage area in here for them. If I know where... They should be right here. Hey, mud brick. Oh, starts with an H. That's how they got me. I think just bricks in general is fine. Starts with a B then. And let's investigate. Once they dry out, we'll investigate what we can do with mud bricks. So, we just discovered how to roast pumpkins. Perfect. But I'm going to continue cooking the alpaca meat because we have a lot of alpaca meat sitting out here. And that's probably all the flax I need to sew. I don't need more flax than that. We're also digging up a whole lot of flint from the clay fields. That's just a byproduct of digging up clay. So we need to put flint over here as well. And flint makes for, as you can imagine, pretty good tools. Alright, things going smooth. I think we have some dry bricks, so let's investigate. Awesome. And soon I will be able to mark down that I have quote-unquote discovered pottery. I'm also gonna see if someone could be assigned to... Ooh. Creative and musical. So, Rogi, I'm going to take you off of basic building and put you on music, because you're, like, really good at music. I like to leave everyone on general labor, though, because general labor is like hauling and stuff like that. It's really useful to have everyone be able to do that stuff. And then woodworking. Shoot. Let's see. Rembrandt. Put you on woodworking because you're a tree feller. And then maybe one other woodworker. So Draco, I'm going to take you off of basic hunting and put you on woodworking as well. And let's investigate what we can do with logs. And I'm just making one of each type of clay object as well. So like a crucible, a tile, a bowl, you know, a little bit of everything. Did I miss anything? Crucible, tile, bowl, urn. I'll make another urn. So we have 14 flint. Pretty good amount. I now have made my first stone hammer. I don't have anywhere to put it, so I'll put it over here. And yeah, we're littering everywhere now. Just things strewn about like crazy. Just the way it's going to be for a bit. But most of the things that I've left outside here do not decay outside, so it's not really a worry of mine. I mean, things like alpaca meat does decay quickly, but we cook it. Same with the seeds, but we plant it. So everything that, like, decays outside out here that, like, has a short shelf life, we usually process before it goes bad. Alright, breakthrough's nearly complete. It's figuring out how to make masonry, which unlocks kiln and mud brick buildings. How do you want me to progress from here? Will be left up to you. So, what to research? We can go with mining, flint tools, stone carving, mulching. Wood building. Blacksmithing. What do you guys decide? Looks like flint tools is at least pretty popular first, so I will investigate how to use flint. But yeah, you could... Oh, and we're digging into a limestone and rock layer here. Digging up all the clay on this hill. There's plenty of it. I mean, how many blocks do we have already? 36? Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. In fact, I'm gonna say stop continuously crafting mud brick, as I don't think it's all that needed anymore. We have nowhere to put tiles. What else can't be stored? Crucible can't be stored. Oh, no, that's just too dark. Bowls. Bowls can't be stored. And I think that's all. Okay, you guys want flint? I'll call it. I'll call it a little early. It's leading by enough. So flint's a really handy tool. It's better than stone in, like, all cases. So it can replace your stone tools with sharper, longer-lasting ones. And I think Sakura's trying to understand flint napping now. Oh, looks like I am missing a stone chisel. I'll actually make 2 of them. And once the clay up here is exhausted, I'm just gonna get rid of the torch. There are 3 people? Yeah, let's do it. Recruit. We have Namui and Jopa. Raffle timer's up for the 2 newbies. because of all the planting that we've done, of all the peach trees and the raspberries. All right, there we go. Flint napping is known. Sweet. So let's go ahead and make flint pickaxes, heads. Flint hand axes, flint spearheads, flint knives. I still like to make bone knives more than flint knives because bone is not very versatile. You can't make a lot with bone, so bone knives is usually what I go for. But flint hand axes are great. So I'm going to make, they're times 2 durability and 1.2 times speed. There is a caveat, however, which I will tell you in a second, which is that you need to rediscover how to make, like, complex tools once you discover flint stuff. So the 2 new people will be our flint nappers. But once I have the heads for flint tools, we need to relearn how to assemble the flint tools into a, you know, an item. It's not that big of a hiccup, though. Alright, looks like I have some people that are idle, so let's do branch collection. Oh, look at that bounty of food. Oh, yes. How long do I research? You tried to ping me and you didn't. A game before playing? It really depends on the complexity of the game. I try to research it until I feel like I know how to play it well. So it's not so much in a certain amount of hours as it is a certain amount of understanding. So, super complex games might take a dozen hours, 2 dozen hours, longer if they're really complex. Like recently I streamed X4 Foundations as a marathon, and I probably spent 100 hours trying to figure out how to play that game well. Simpler games, maybe only, you know, 10 hours. Really depends on the game. Alright, so we are flint napping, and that flint axe head there, we'll need to discover how to attach it to a handle. And the same is going to be true of, like, all the new flint tools. So once we just rediscover how to, like, attach the new pieces of flint tools, I'll pull you, well, I'll just run the poll now about what to research next. So we have mining, mulching, which is fertilizer, threshing, stone carving. Actually, I can't do stone carving yet. Wood building. So pick between those options. Stone carving requires something else. I don't want to spoil it. There we go! We now have discovered how to make flint hatchets. Sweet. We've got, what, 8 spears? It's pretty good. Ooh, I don't know where to put a crucible. Alright. Put it right here. Oh, okay. I guess this is for cornstones now. Let's try this again. It's cold again. But we should be fine this time around because we have all these wool skins. And 167 branches. Speaking of which, we have a lot of idleness. So let's collect seeds and pine cones and elderberries. Alright, you guys want mining. I'm all for it. Head over here and investigate stone. And for that, we need a pickaxe. So, where are my pickaxe heads? Forget where I put them. Oh, here they are. So, let's try to figure out how to make a pickaxe. Do I have enough beds for everyone? Good question. I have 13... what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 beds? I do have enough beds for everyone. I'll build 2 extra beds too. There. We just discovered woodworking. Or rather, we have our first woodworker. Woodworking, as you can imagine, is like a rather important skill to have. But the first thing we made out of woodworking is log drums, but I am going to tell them to split a log first into, like, split logs, which is essentially planks. Was that the raffle time? I think that was the raffle timer. So, we have, I'll re-roll that. We have a TTS. That's an interesting name. And a private Barton. Is that a... Yep, that's everyone's name. Good. Alright, so we're discovering how to make pickaxes for the first time. And then once that's done... Oh, I think I have the wrong person doing investigation. Oh, no! I take that back. TTS is actually good at it. Because TTS is logical. So once we discover how to make pickaxes, we'll try to learn how to quarry. And we're heading towards the point where I am now comfortable making a path. Which is the tutorial on the bottom left. It's actually the last part of the tutorial that exists. So that, what these paths do, is they allow you to walk on them faster, like a road. So I'm going to build a path from my barn over to this hill. Only using plain stone. I like my paths to be of one material. And plain stone's the most common. There's my path. And we just discovered how to craft flint pickaxes. So I am going to make, let's say, 3 more flint pickaxe heads. But the pickaxe allows us to discover mining. Let me update the priority. And the reason why I'm making this path is there is copper ore and tin ore. Where is the tin? Rock, sandstone. I thought there was tin in here. Tin's a lot more common than copper, so... Oh yeah, there's tin over here. There's tin ore and copper ore in these hills. So I'm making a path so that we can more quickly get to where the copper is. Copper, you need twice as much copper as you need tin, and tin's a lot more common than copper. So once you find copper, you're usually pretty set. There's also some copper and tin over in these hills too, on the other side. Well, that's greenstone, but this is copper and tin. Looks pretty comfy. Okay, we're definitely heading into colder season. maybe... I see a lot of people are idle. I think it wouldn't be a terrible idea to assign more people to music. So, the 2 new guys will also be musicians. This is Sakura? Or TTS? Okay, this is TTS trying to discover mining. God, I have a lot of elderberries. We've got 77 hay, 38 alpaca meat. Let's send some of the spear hunters out to go hunt. Hunt the stuff that's in our backyard. And breakthrough is nearly complete for mining. There we go. By adding a handle to a stone tool with enough force, you can splinter surfaces. So now we know how to mine rocks. Perfect. So the current priority right now is build a road to the mines. Which is, you know, rather labor intensive, but worth doing. Some are still naked. It's because they had just woken up and they hadn't put on skins yet. They only put on skins when they're cold, so if they're inside the hut, they're not cold. So if they went to sleep without skins on and were standing near the hut, there'd be no need to put on skins until they left the hut. Does that make sense? So it's like a local temperature. It's not like a global temperature. So the other thing that I should do, paired with the mining, is a kiln. Kilns produce light. I think I'm going to put my kiln here. And to be able to build it, someone needs the masonry skill. So TTS, I'm going to give that to you. You're no longer going to be a diplomat or flint napping. You're going to be masonry, mining, and investigation. Oh, this road's really coming together quick. So the random plain rocks that I see out here, I should collect with my just general laborers, because they're what we need to be able to build this road. And we just split our first log into split logs, which is essentially planks. So I need a split log stockpile. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm going to be maybe building only in pine. When you build a structure, you can kind of tell, see the sticks holding up this hut? The left side is birch and the right side is pine. When you build structures, you build with whatever split logs you have. So if you only split pine logs, you will only build in pine and everything will be in the same color. So for aesthetic reasons, using only one type of wood can look nicer. So in this case, what I can do is I can plant pine trees for logs and birch trees for branches. I'm also going to stop collecting the elderberry because I don't need to be using that much labor doing it. I don't know why I collected that many elderberries, but I have a ridiculous amount. All right. So I already have copper over here. It would be good for me to get a little tin. I'm probably also can find... You find loose tin a lot more often than you find loose copper on the ground. It's still possible to find both. One thing that I find that this game is missing is like a search function, which I haven't really run into too much of a problem yet, but what I will say is eventually you get to a point where you have to find specific herbs to make medicines, and it can be really challenging to find specific herbs. So for instance, I have no idea where garlic is, and I might need to travel kilometers to find it. It might not be anywhere near where I start. Just as an example. Oh, but here's some loose copper. Quite a lot of it, in fact. 8 loose copper, which I'll haul back. See if I can... Maybe there's loose tin over by the tin vein. That's flint. More flint. That's fine. I'm just gonna mine it up. So in order to mine it, I need more pickaxes. Let's come over to our pickaxe heads. I'm pretty sure I have pickaxe heads already, so I'm just gonna set up flint pickaxe, make 4. And then flint pickaxe heads, make 4. Thank you for tuning in to Sapiens, which originally streamed live on Twitch July 16th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sapiens.